Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting straight into a really vital health marker, the Ferritin blood test.
That's right.
We've looked at sources like Blood Test UK, and our mission really is to show you why this simple test is so powerful for managing your health proactively. And we're specifically looking at how easy and beneficial this is if you're near Epsom.
Okay, so ferritin. Let's break it down simply. Think of it like your body's little safe or maybe a warehouse where it keeps its iron stored.
Right, the storage unit.
Exactly. And iron, well, you absolutely need it. It's crucial for making red blood cells and basically for having energy.
So measuring what's in this iron safe is key. Because too little is bad, but too much is also a problem.
Precisely. Too little iron that's low ferritin makes you feel tired, weak, classic anemia.
Which is quite common, I understand.
Very common. But too much iron, high ferritin, that can be, quite dangerous for your organs. Things like your heart, your liver.
Okay, so it can actually damage them.
Yes, definitely. If iron builds up too much, it becomes toxic over time. It can seriously harm organs. This is a big issue in conditions like hemochromatosis.
Which I gather is actually surprisingly common, especially here in the UK.
It is, yes. It's a genetic condition where your body just absorbs far too much iron from your food. So monitoring ferritin is vital to catch these things early.
Okay, let's talk practicalities then. For someone listening, maybe in the Epsom area, what's involved in getting this test? Is it difficult?
Not at all. It's actually really quick. Less than 5 minutes, usually.
Yeah.
Just a small blood sample taken from your arm.
And where can you get it done around Epsom?
Well, being a well-served area helps. You've got local clinics, diagnostic labs, and even places like Epsom Hospital often provide these tests. Accessibility is pretty good.
What about cost? Does the NHS cover it, or is it private?
It varies. The NHS might cover it depending on symptoms and history. Privately, you're probably looking at somewhere between, say, 30 to 150 pounds.
Okay. And preparation? Anything special needed, like fasting?
Usually, no fasting needed, which is convenient. The really important thing, though, is to tell your doctor everything you're taking.
Like vitamins?
Especially iron supplements. They can really affect the results, so full disclosure is key for accuracy.
Got it. Okay, let's really dive into the benefits now. We know about preventing tiredness,
Right.
But what are the deeper, maybe less obvious advantages of checking ferritin?
The biggest advantage is definitely early detection, finding low or high levels before they cause major problems.
Right, so for low levels, it's about stopping that severe anemia, the extreme fatigue, dizziness.
Exactly. Catching it early means you can treat it and just, live a more active, energetic life. Avoid feeling constantly drained.
And for high levels?
For high levels, it's about preventing that serious organ damage we mentioned, protecting your heart, your liver, especially if you have something like hemochromatosis. Early intervention makes a huge difference.
Now, here's something I found really interesting in the sources. The connection to mental health.
Yes, this is crucial. It goes beyond physical energy. Low iron levels, low ferritin, seem to be linked with a higher risk of anxiety and depression.
How does that work?
Well, iron is needed to make key brain chemicals, neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. If your iron stores are low, your brain basically can't produce enough of these mood regulators efficiently.
So keeping ferritin optimal isn't just for physical stamina. It actually supports your mood and mental clarity.
Absolutely. Balanced iron contributes to better energy and a more stable mood. It's quite interconnected.
And looking even bigger picture, the sources suggest checking ferritin can help manage risks for other long-term conditions.
That's right. There's growing evidence linking abnormal ferritin levels, both too high and too low, with risks related to chronic diseases. Things like cardiovascular problems, metabolic syndrome too.
So it's kind of a window into broader systemic health.
In a way, yes. It's a simple marker, but it can reflect underlying inflammation or metabolic stress. For people managing known risks like hemochromatosis, having easy access to testing, like you find in places like Epsom, becomes a really important tool for long-term health management.
So wrapping this up, what's the key takeaway for you, the listener?
It boils down to this. Checking your iron storage, your ferritin, is a straightforward step.
A simple test.
A simple test, yeah, but with potentially big returns for your energy, your mental well-being, and preventing serious issues down the road.
And the sources do stress that how often you should check depends on your individual risks, your symptoms. It needs to be tailored.
Exactly. It's a conversation to have with your doctor.
Which leads us to a final thought. If knowing your iron storage is so fundamental for your energy, your mood, and even preventing silent damage to your organs,
Yeah.
how often should you be bringing up this specific test with your healthcare provider?